Eddy Mindlin, thanks for joining us. Good to have you back.
Thank you. Great to be here, David.
Absolutely. Today we want to talk about the follow-up process for sales professionals. I know you've got a lot to say on the subject. There are a range of related items to cover in this segment. First of all, having a system for follow-ups is critically important for success. Tell us about how you think about that.
Yeah, we have to have a system for following up and again, sort of the organizational cycle. So every client, a person has to look at it as a long-term relationship with the client. So when you go in to show them a product or get to know them, you're not going to do everything the first meeting. Another thing on that topic, it's important, especially the first meeting, to keep it very brief, even literally 10 minutes, and tell the client that you want to get out of their way, you appreciate their time, and you look forward to seeing them again. That goes a long way rather than spending too much time with a client. Back to follow-up. So each time you go in to see a client or you talk to them, you want to know what is the number one or number two item on the list that you're going to do. And I literally write it all down. So if I have met with a client and then the follow-up date is 2 weeks from now or 2 months, it doesn't matter. I have a follow-up system and I keep track of the projects that way. And then when it's time to go back to see that person, I talk about those couple things, and yeah, if they want to talk about other things, I'll bring those up. But again, I look at it as a long-term relationship. I'm not going to get everything out that I know, and I want them to learn more things about me all the time. Also, as far as the time to follow up, I put the onus on the client. So I will say to them, you're designing this building, because I happen to be in the floor covering business, when would be the appropriate time for me to contact you again regarding this project? And they'll say, well, I'm designing the building. It's going to be 6 months before I get to interior finishes, the products which I sell. So I say, okay, that's fine. No problem. So I make a note to follow up 6 months from that day. Now I might do it 4 or 5 months, but I'm not going to do it in a month because that would just annoy them. So then when I respond to them in that 4 or 5 months, I will send them an email and I will say, when we met last time, you suggested that I follow up with you in about 4 to 6 months, and it's that time. Could you please let me know the status of your project and when you'd like to get together again to talk about flooring? And then they can't really get upset with you because you're doing what they said. So that's a psychological shift rather than what a lot of salespeople do, is they'll just tell the client, I'll get back with you later, something casual like that, and then they get back too soon, and it really is counterproductive because it upsets the client. So I try to not upset the clients and work the way each one of them wants. And again, every client is different, and it's my job as the salesperson to adapt to them, not the other way around.
Yeah, really understanding. I know every product has its own type of cycle. I guess you're in we would regard as a very long cycle relative to some other products that are sold, right? The construction or construction related, remodeling related, those are longer cycles than many products, aren't they?
It is true. Yeah, that's exactly true. It's a longer cycle, but there are times when I can walk into someone, for example, a management company, they manage buildings and they have new tenants moving in and out every month. So every client is really different. And again, regardless of what product you sell, there's sometimes that you need to follow up the next day. Right. And there's sometimes you need to follow up 6 months from now. So it really just depends. And there also could be a time where maybe I'm coming in towards the end of a project where an architect or someone like that is picking flooring literally at that time because they've been designing the building or the remodel and they've been working on that for 6 months. And it's like, wow, you're here at the right time, and timing is everything too. So that's the other thing with timing is everything. Sometimes I'm lucky that I just happen to walk in to see someone maybe for the first time and they need something. And then there's other times, for example, the other day I went to see someone and showed him a new product and he said, oh boy, I wish you had shown me this 3 months ago. But you can't get them all. So now he knows that I have that line of flooring. I've made a note of that. And next time I see him, we'll probably talk about that.
All right, excellent. Eddy, thanks so much for your insights on the follow-up process and related topics. For the Sales Professional, we'll see you next time.
Thank you.